From Los Angeles to a worldwide audience, this is Boaz Power TV, where we take your life to the next level. Now, internationally known speaker and author, here's Boaz.
Hi, welcome to the Power Show. You are part of the Power Nation, and I'm so glad you're here. Because here we help you improve your attitude, your relationships, your finances, and your career as we take your life to the next level. This is episode number 256 on Boaz Power TV, and I call this one, How Much Thanks Should We Be Giving? Every year in the United States in November, we celebrate Thanksgiving. And so the title here of this particular broadcast, How Much Thanks Should We Be Giving? You can decide that one for yourself. With the idea that I might stimulate some of your thoughts on this, I'd like to share with you my answer to that question. Every Thanksgiving is very special to me because it marks the time of the year when my family arrived in America. The specific date was November 21st, about 8:30 in the morning. That's the time our ship docked in the harbor in New York City after we immigrated from Israel in 1956. Now, it took all the money my parents had, which wasn't much, and 5 years of paperwork. Can you imagine that? To get everybody to America. Coming to America to our family was like winning the biggest lottery in the world. To my family, it was that special, and the opportunity was huge. Speaking of special, November 21st in 2006 was a very special commemoration for our arrival in America. We had landed in November of 1956, and that marked the 50th anniversary of our arrival. In marriages, isn't that one the one that's marked golden? I recall before we came here that my parents got letters from my uncles. 3 of them had immigrated from Austria to the United States between the late 1930s and the early 1940s. In those letters, there were specific references to the following: the streets are paved with gold in America. I'm here to tell you that it took me many years to get it. However, on my golden anniversary of arriving in America in 2006, I finally did get it. The streets are paved with gold no matter when in the history of the United States. However, just like I did for many years, too many people have blinders on their eyes. They miss it completely. I finally got the fact that I cannot control a lot of things. I cannot control other people, the weather, politics, or the economy. The only thing I have total control over is my mind. Most people are just 6 inches away from great success, whether that means in relationships, with their health, or with money. Just 6 inches. That's the distance between their ears. Now, after going through all kinds of trials and tribulations for many years, I finally realized that I couldn't change anyone else and that I couldn't change most circumstances around me. However, I could change me. Mainly in the last 5 years, I've worked on my attitude. I realized that no matter how much I agonized over my resentments, that wasn't going to change anything. In fact, the more I agonized, the more I was dragging myself backwards and missing the great opportunities in America. I created an imaginary dictionary that was called Roadblocks. It was filled with terms that stopped me in my tracks and actually took me backwards. The first term in my unique dictionary was what if. That was followed by if only that would have happened. Another great entry was why did that have to happen? Now, after staring at my dictionary for way too much time, I finally decided to get rid of it. I realized that I didn't need any enemies. I was doing a great job of being my own enemy. None of the problems that anyone caused me were as difficult as the ones I was planting for myself in those 6 inches of precious soil in my mind. Now, if you had a special garden and that's where you planted and raised all of the fruits and vegetables that you needed for your meals, would you take good care of it? Let's say that that garden was the only place you could get fruits and vegetables, nowhere else. If you saw some weeds in that garden, wouldn't you pull them before they killed your crop? Wouldn't you till the soil so it would produce the most? Wouldn't you water and fertilize it regularly? wouldn't you protect that garden from anyone who would harm it? Of course you would. Well, after 50 years in America back in 2006, I was finally taking responsibility for those 6 inches of soil where the thoughts of my mind grow. I am giving thanks for recognizing the importance of controlling my thoughts. I am weeding out negative thinking. I am watering and fertilizing the garden in my mind by spending time with positive, supportive people. In turn, I am giving of my time and my concern to the special people who have come into my life. All of this is bringing me amazing rewards, golden rewards. It took 50 years to that point. However, I'm pleased to say that I finally discovered America, and to think that it was only 6 inches away. Isn't it time you discovered your America? The affirmation for this episode of Boaz Power TV, it's a Discovery Affirmation. You may want to write it down and read it the first thing every morning and the last thing every night. I am taking control of my mind and choosing to plant positive, uplifting thoughts. I am taking control of my mind and choosing to plant positive, uplifting thoughts. Thank you for joining me. If you like these messages, and a lot of people around the world do, please forward this to someone you know. Suggest to go to my website, boazpower.com, and they can also subscribe to the free weekly broadcasts of Boaz Power TV. You are special, you are unique, you are destined for greatness, and you are now controlling your thoughts in a positive way. I see it in you. You are a champion. Have a powerful day.
This has been Boaz Power TV. To comment, see other episodes, or to subscribe to this free broadcast, go to our blog at boazpower.com. That's boazpower.com. We're here to take your life to the next level.